Nobody believes Crimea will ever go back to Ukraine as part of any final resolution to the war there, says former President of the European Commission, José Manuel Barroso. Mr. Barroso led the European Commission from 2004 to 2014, the period when Putin first began his territorial incursions into Georgia and Ukraine. Speaking exclusively to Euronews, he says there was a feeling amongst member states that Crimea was a special case. And many countries rejected the ideas of strong sanctions for Putin following the annexation.
What do you think of the period, I suppose? I mean, do you think that the warnings weren't taken seriously? Was there a belief that in 2014 maybe we shouldn't escalate by applying such extreme sanctions against Russia for Crimea?
It's very easy today to say what should have happened afterwards, because we did not at that time had the information. We have to see what was possible at that time. The reality is that the governments were not ready to go further. That is the reality. The Commission will be ready to go further. But the governments were not ready to go further because of their own interests, and probably because they thought, and that's instinct, that what I'm going to say now, it's delicate, but I'm going to say it. Because at least in the back of our minds, or the minds of the European governments, was the idea that Crimea is a special case. That's why today, honestly, nobody believes that Ukraine is going to get back Crimea. That's the reality.
And what should we do now?
We should support Ukraine. And whatever happens with our American friends, we should support Ukraine. Because if not, it's not only going to be a tragedy for Ukraine, it's a very important country, but it's a tragedy for Europe. And it's going to be the best possible offer we give to the movements against democracy, against international law, against also our own values. If Russia and others that are now supporting Russia continue to say all over the world, including in the so-called global south, that Europe and the West, they are gone, they are decadent, they no longer count, democracy is completely corrupt ideology.
And the rest of the interview will be broadcast on Euronews' Europe Conversation next Thursday.